What are the top 10 things to do if you're filing or contemplating filing bankruptcy? I'm Norman Douglas. I own the Kansas Bankruptcy Center located in Wichita, Kansas. You can go to mybankruptcymeeting.com and schedule a free consultation with me. As normal, if you like this video or podcast, like it, subscribe, do all the things. All right, let's get into the topic of today, the top 10 things to do, in my opinion anyway, if you're contemplating filing bankruptcy. Most important, number one, call a bankruptcy attorney. I can't stress this enough. It's a free consultation. Call them, talk to them, get some information about it. You can talk to family members, friends, Facebook comments all day long. Sometimes that information is accurate. Sometimes it's not. Call an attorney, get the free consultation. Number two, be honest and forthcoming with information about your case. You have to be honest with us, the attorney, so we can, file your case accurately, completely. We know the whole situation, so we can advise. It's very important that we know the information that we're looking for. Number three, if you're current on your mortgage and your car payment, you probably need to stay current on those bills, all right? If you're behind already and you're trying to keep them, we can file a Chapter 13, but for like a Chapter 7, you need to be current on like your car payment, house payment, those types of items. If you're current on your utilities, electric, gas, cable, cell phones, those types of things, try to keep current on those bills as well, all right? Number four, file all your tax returns. There are many times where I talk to a potential client or clients and they haven't filed in 3 years, or they haven't filed in a year, or they haven't filed because of COVID or some reason. You need to get your tax returns filed, all right? Number five, tell us about all of your creditors. You can't exclude credit card X and not tell us about them. And number one, they're probably on your credit report. But two, you're required by law to list all of your creditors. If you owe Uncle Joe $10,000 and it is a loan to you, you have to put him on your bankruptcy. It's a requirement. Number six, tell us about all your assets, even if you share items with somebody else, long-term borrowing, that sort of thing, or you're co-signing for somebody or somebody co-signed for you. We have to know about those things. Trustees will do searches on Facebook, property transfer sites with the state to determine if you've transferred vehicles, property, those types of things. So it's important to let us know that so we can, deal with it effectively. Number seven, provide all the documents that we request, right? So when you hire an attorney, there are things we have to know, there are things we have to fill out, there are things we need to do to process your case correctly and accurately. And in my opinion anyway, it's important to do that. I don't want to file your case and then fill out a whole bunch of forms later and we're chasing each other down, you and I, trying to get that information. I want it up front. That way, number one, I can advise you correctly, but two, it's a much smoother process if we provide it in the beginning, all right? Number eight, you can consider bankruptcy alternatives or alternatives to bankruptcy. You can talk to your creditors. Sometimes they'll take lower payments. Sometimes they'll do a debt settlement, things like that. Sometimes if they forgive debt, you will have to pay income tax on that portion that's forgiven. So if you owe a credit card company 20 grand and they say, we'll take 3 grand, you may owe income tax on that 17,000. You will probably get a 1099-C, I believe it is, at the end of the year to pay taxes on that. So be aware. There are many debt management companies advertising. I would recommend you call somebody local, or at least local to your state, because if something is wrong, you can go knock on their door and you can speak with them. If you hire somebody 2,000 miles away, it makes it a lot more difficult to get things done and understand what they're doing. Number nine, if you get a significant tax refund just from overpayment of income, you should change your tax withholdings. First, you should talk to your tax person and make sure that's good. But if you get $3,600 back at the end of the year because they've withheld $300 extra per month on your taxes, and it's not earned income credit, it's not child tax credit, it's not, some sort of stimulus plan, if it's literally you've been paying too much, you should probably adjust your withholding so you get more back each month, and that will help you pay some bills. Talk to your tax person, see if that's a good idea. But if you're single and you're claiming 15 dependents, that's not good. You're giving the government a ton of money every month, and which is probably making you come up short on bills each month. So look at your tax withholdings and think about that. Number 10, consider bankruptcy if you can't pay off your old debt within a reasonable amount of time. there are many times where I talk to people and they're like, 6, 7 years ago, I was going to file bankruptcy and I didn't. I thought I could get out of it. And I've just been paying $1,200 a month to my credit cards ever since. And my balances have gone up and now I'm paying more and I'm paying 30% interest, or I have a payday loan, I'm paying 4,000,000% interest, whatever the numbers are. Really look at your financial situation and say, can I pay this off, like legitimately pay off the debt in 5 years or something reasonable like that? If you owe $60,000 in credit cards and you make, with no interest, right, in 5 years, that's $1,000 a month payment. If you make $2,000 a month, you're probably not going to get that paid off, So look at that, look at those situations too, and consider if you have this old debt, old medical, whatever it may be, old, if you broke a lease, if you have repoed cars, that sort of thing, consider bankruptcy in that situation. So that's all I got. That's the top 10 things to do if you're contemplating filing bankruptcy. Again, Norman Douglas, I own the Kansas Bankruptcy Center located in Wichita, Kansas. If you like the video, like it. If you have a comment. If you're listening to a podcast, subscribe. And if you think somebody else needs to hear it, let them know or share it with them. That'd be great. Again, Norman Douglas, the website is www.mybankruptcymeeting.com. You can go there for schedule a free consultation. So that's all I have for today. Have a great one. See you later.